Hello everyone, welcome back. Happy New Year to everyone across Pure. Welcome back to the Corporate Podcast. I think the main topic of today is going to be we have a new member. So we've got Kevin joining us today. So would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Kevin O'Connor. I'm the Director of Employment. Pure, been with the business now, it's probably my third full week. Joined us for Christmas, but obviously after the Christmas break. First view of the company, I love it. I think the people are great. I think everyone's super passionate. I want to tell you all about the roles they do, the job they've done, and the clients they help. And it's evident that everyone wants to. Sometimes I go home, I'm dizzy because everyone's telling me everything because they're passionate about it, which is strange because I come from a call centre world, a corporate world, where people aren't passionate about working really. They just talk about targets and what they've achieved and that, so they don't really go into detail. Whereas here, I did find it a bit dizzy. It was dizzy. My head was dizzy with it all. About information, but people weren't telling me to show off. People were telling me because generally wanted me to know about the great work they were doing. It's been great.
Lovely. So you've pretty much already answered one of James's questions, but James, do you want to ask the first question that we wrote down on there? Do you need a hand with it?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What job did you have poor relations for?
The previous jobs.
Yeah.
Previous to a main job I've done most of my life since being 20. I'm 50 this year, so everyone can know that now. Buy me a present, yeah. Was working in call centres. So I started many years ago at a company called Bank of Scotland, who got me a job on the phones. I was a bit of a tearaway child at 20, come from Wythenshawe, and being the company called Bank of Scotland took a liking to my character and gave me some training. So I started off my sales career with them. And just involved in there really. I was fortunate enough to work for a company called LBM, which got acquired or bought out by an American company. Which meant I got to see quite a bit of the world, set up call centres in different divisions. So my sales background, but really focus on employers. We have clients with a lot of employers who we work with to help sell their products, which is why the Pure team, Louise especially, is sponsored in joining, because I don't come from a care background, I come from an employer background. It's trying to bring the care we give to our clients, to our employers as well, and bring the employer angle to the business.
Lovely.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
We want to buy you a present. Just want to manage your expectations. But if you could identify 3 things that you have learnt in your career journey, what would be the 3 things that you've learnt most during your career?
I think you've got to invest in your people. I think that's first of all. Invest in your people is first of all, and be prepared to go on a journey with your people. It's easy to make a quick assumption about anyone. We all do it daily when you're walking to ring you see what the person is, but it's to really take away a lot of that and find what makes that person tick, whether it's personal factors, whatever, and then find out then what they want, take time out and push them. I think people need pushing. I think you can easily, by finding the first 2 factors, what makes that person tick, you can push them to achieve the ceiling, and sometimes it's uncomfortable. But people get great satisfaction when they achieve what they thought they could, but sometimes they're scared to put themselves out of the comfort zone. I think as well, data. I was the least data-driven person in the world, but what you do with the data is very important. You can't manage through data. See the data and get the data in the right format so you know what you're talking about, you create a picture of any business. But that's just so you can go and have the conversations. You can then go out there and you know what the problem is, but the data goes in the bottom drawer then, just to give you a picture. And you go into places, you go into employers, and you know exactly what the key challenges are, and you can fix them. Even you can also tell the message to everyone. If everyone understands what the challenge is or what you're trying to achieve, they buy into it. People don't buy into things when they don't know what you're being sold to or what the end goal is.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Things.
Yeah,
Good
great.
stuff. Yeah, brilliant. Thanks for that. I'm not very prepared today. Apologies. So I don't know who wants to. Monica, right? Monica's going to go for it first. So yeah, please enlighten us.
Thank you. Just a couple of things from me. I hope you had a chance to maybe read an email or my LinkedIn post. We are looking for ideas for a Values Day at Pure Innovation. So it will be a company-wide event for all staff, and we very much want clients to be involved as well. So at this stage, we are very open-minded as to what this could be. We want a cause, an idea, something close to your heart, really, something you feel passionate about, something you think, would represent our values, but also give back to communities and just be fun at the same time. So yeah, if anybody has any idea, if they can drop me an email, please. We will create a list of all those ideas, and then probably we'll be voting. We'll have a survey, and that's how we'll decide what we will be doing. And just a small announcement: our My Learning Cloud will be migrating to a new program called Lumos, which is a little bit more professional and advanced. The proposed date is 14th of February. That means that most likely My Learning Cloud will be down for that one day. So if you've planned to do your online courses that day, you can maybe rejiggle your plans.
Go home.
maybe not. Thank you very much. That's all from me today.
Thank you. I suppose we may as well just go around the circle while we're here. So
around the circle, that's me then. Not much of an update really. I suppose we can talk about building investment. That's a good one. So
yeah,
try and
please.
A little bit past you it. So we have been investing in buildings. Prospect House, we are in the middle of creating a new room, which is beneficial for our staff because meeting space is at a premium. So Stuart, for those who listen to the podcast, mentioned around our investment in buildings. So it's just to say really I don't know the exact figure, but Stuart would say thousands, and probably know it. We have invested an awful lot into our estates this year, whether that's repairs or kind of new UTVs or whatever it may be. So we will continue to do that and maybe squeeze a little bit more money out of Stuart until the end of the financial year. He shakes his head, but we'll work on him.
Just his personal bank account.
No, it's not his personal bank account.
Probably just, would you?
No, that's it. But it's very protective. And then I suppose I think a lot of people know, but I haven't been on a podcast for a while, so I now line manage Rob Baker over the cafes and Kath Brooks over Pure Support. So that's one of the changes that happened when Kev came into the business. So it was just to make people aware of that, because there's still a few questions that come in my direction, and sometimes the odd training question, and that can go to Monica now. It doesn't have to come to me. So yeah, other than that, all is good. A few issues at Vernon in terms of the building which we are dealing with the upstairs ceramic room. Unfortunately, when you deal with listed buildings and things like that, things take time. So not ideal for our staff and clients, but we are working on it. And then lastly, the AI kind of subgroup and committee, whatever we're calling it, kicks off next week. So hopefully there'll be some stuff happening across the business in different departments around AI and how that our clients, our teams, our staff, and progress forward. So yeah, exciting times.
Sounds great.
Super.
May as well just carry on round. Oh, hang on, we're swapping over to Amanda. Go, Amanda, go.
Again, just a very small update from myself. It was really just obviously around the college, just to let you all know that obviously we are continuing to have a successful academic year. We are recruiting for our new students to start already in September coming up, which is just a whirlwind at the moment. We've had some really successful open days at the college, and I do think we'll be oversubscribed. The message around Pure College is really out there now. Local authorities are approaching us, and families are specifically asking for us as their college of choice, which is amazing. So at the moment we will have in September 11 spaces, and we've already had over 20 referrals. So that's about my update. So thank you.
Lovely. Stuart?
Okay, the financial results to the end of December followed very much the same trend of previous months, and that's a result that's better than budget. And December was helped by the result of the pop-up, which did 2,800 in takings, which was almost as much as we took when we had the pop-up in April. This time it was 5 days, the previous time it was 14 days. So certainly the daily takings were substantially up. Louise has been wanting to get increased numbers of people listening to the podcast. So here's something that might boost our listening figures. People have been asking me now, what is the pay increase going to be in April? And so here is the news. Tell people around the beginning of March, because the budget is being approved to get the listing figures up. The budget is being approved hopefully at the end of February, and so we should hopefully be able to say something in early March. People will have hopefully noticed that with the small decrease in national insurance contributions, there was a bit more in take-home pay in the January pay slip, so that's a little bit of a boost.
Yeah.
And that's been done.
Brilliant. We've already been to Kevin, so
Maybe
Louise?
we'll have another question.
Yes, more questions.
Share it with phone.
Neil, drop you off. What are going to be your priorities in the next few weeks, and what you're going to be prioritising? What your short-term goals and what you think your longer-term goals will be?
Big question now. Short-term goals. And so short-term goals are to look at the training, how we onboard people, work with Monica around some of the plans there. But so how we train our people.
Sales training.
Sales training, not sales training, and also how we then continue that training and embed that training for the first, say, 6 months, definitely until they pass probation. I want to be able to give every new starter a map saying from the day you join us to the day you finish probation, here's all the time I'm going to talk to you, here's all the fixed meetings and what the meetings are about. So they always feel they've got a safety net, never too long before their next meeting, because they are out in the world, they're not all based in the office, so that's one of the key things. And it's really great yesterday because I've done a slide on recruitment and how it needs to link into onboarding and training. I sat down with Monica, we both turned up with our pads thinking, I'm going to fight my con, and we put it down, it was identical. Yeah, both of us designed, so the recruitment bit in there just slotted straight in, and it's just great. You see the two people just thought the same way, and both really want to invest in our people and get the right things in place, which is good. So there's that. Employers, I really want to understand our employers. I looked at a sheet today, and I think this is not an exaggeration, there's over 1,000 employers on one sheet alone. To understand what that 1,000 employers looks like, because it's too many, first of all. Without the right information there, we've got 1,000 employers we're speaking to every single week, every month, and it's brilliant, but obviously not. So to get the right data around employers and get communication to employers right, and then to treat them employers like a client, really. They're the most important, one of the most important part of our business. And we need to build relationships with them. We don't just offer one service, we offer multiple services. I was in the kitchen an hour ago with you, looking at some of the services there. I know my wife's company, they order buffets and they spend a fortune. And that company used to share where you were based before Prospect House. So as they moved, you moved, I think, they went to Cheadle Royal. It's just to say, here's a suite of products to these employers, not just hit and knock your door every time you want to employ someone. We can also do these other services and really embed ourselves with the companies. And it's just, again, that's really, and two things, if we get the employers right, get the data right, and invest in our people, and that's existing people as well. Once the new decks are done, the slide decks, and how we're going to give some sales training, we're going to do a mock up, anyone's not had it, and then the next plan is to get everyone back into training, revisit and reinvest in them.
Right.
That's short and long term as far as I can see at the moment anyway.
Yeah, no, great. Thanks, Kev.
Lovely. I think, have you got anything that you want to talk about, Louise?
How long have we got?
You're on 15 minutes,
Okay,
so you've got a bit of time.
A couple of minutes then, just from me. There's a couple of things that are going to be happening towards the end of January. The first thing is that we've been doing quite a lot of work into a new website. So the new website is going to be launched towards the end of January. Fingers crossed if all the information and data has got back regarding the content. and Instilled are doing that piece of work for us, and they have managed to get our 396 pages down to that's how many pages we have on the website. I think we didn't really know what we were doing, we just had a little page on with sometimes very little content on it. So we're trying to make it, it's going to be an accessible website, and we're trying to make it as visual as we possibly can. You know, lots of people communicate now through pictures, through stories, through videos. So we'll be doing quite a bit of investment in relation to that. Last November, it could have been December, I'm not actually too sure now, we had our strategic away day with our board of governors and our board of trustees. We're working to a 5-year plan, so actually it was just a little bit of reflection of the previous 12 months and where we're up to with our strategic objectives to date. Our first year was actually first 9 months running into that corporate plan. And the only things that really came out of it, really, in addition to what we're already doing, is we're going to do a little bit more around AI and how that is going to best support the business, and to kind of give people, and Pete's already mentioned it, opportunities just to explore it and understand a little bit more. It's changing literally daily, isn't it? So, but I'm sure there's going to be elements and parts of the work that we do at Pure that will take the donkey work out of some of our work, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to assist us and not to be scared of it. The other thing that came up was around are we able to offer kind of school holiday kind of clubs for individuals that may be interested in services that we're already offering and may want to come to Pure in the future. So that's something that we're going to also be exploring. And the other thing which is a little bit on the agenda that we're going to just be exploring this year will be around could we deliver training and externally to other people. We do disability awareness training. Emily produces some In My Shoes training that are co-facilitated by people with lived experience. Paul does travel training. So there's loads of bits of training that we could do, and it could actually be an income stream if we looked at could we invest in that a little bit more to be able to draw some income from that. So that's another thing that we'll be looking at. So those are some of the areas of work that we'll just spend a little bit more time this year looking at. So, and that's probably about it from me. So,
is there anything else that anyone wants to talk about? No. Right then, quickly before we end with Matthew and Ashcan, after a great Christmas show, I'm glad to announce The Wizard of Oz is going to be the next show in August. It's planned to be an external venue in Atherton with a proper stage and more seats and proper projector hung on the ceiling and stuff like that. But that's all I wanted to mention anyway. So we're on about 18 minutes, so we're looking good. I think we're going to finish the day inspired by Stuart giving Ashcan a joke book last time we were all here. That Ashcan's got a joke for you, and so does Matthew. Ashcan, do you want to tell him your joke?
No, here's
no, I've got something.
no, just that.
No, you say not.
No.
Who's
Open the doorbell's not working.
I don't know why that really made me laugh. Right, and then Matthew, you've got a joke as well, don't you, to end it?
I got two.
Right, well, I'm giving you 1 minute.
I'll get a quick one. Right, it's knock.
Who's there?
Doctor.
Doctor Who?
That is a good movie. The new one is knock.
Who's that?
Egg.
Egg who?
Excellent to see you soon. No, excellent to see you.
Thank you.
What a finish. Right, well, yeah, the timing ended up really good. I mean, if no one's got anything else they want to speak about, I'm all set. You guys okay? Nothing else to ask?
No,
Right, you've got 30 seconds.
and ask a question about the building.
Mm-hmm.
How much money to build a house?
How's to build a house? I reckon
A lot.
200 grand.
No,
A lot.
like maybe a house or maybe suppose or yeah, traffic jam, the road, new road.
A
In
new
Stockport,
road.
Yeah,
in Stockport, the
yeah.
new one in Stockport.
Yeah, that bit.
Right.
And city grounds
Yeah.
and everything buildings
Yeah.
or like Archie Towers, Blackpool.
So the good,
Where are we going with this?
the good
Where's
thing,
like,
Matthew, is I just have to look after our buildings.
I don't think Pete has much control over Alton Towers and Blackpool Pleasure Beach.
I just look after these ones, and you just reminded me you asked for aircon in here, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I need, there we go. We got Stuart on something. I'll get a quote.
Get in.
Matthew reminded me. Thank you, Matthew.
Well done, Matthew. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, I think that's it then. Thanks everyone for coming. I'll be a bit more prepared next time. But yeah, I'll see you all again in 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. I'll see you in March.
Yeah.
Right, see you later.